help each other do that. So firstly, coming to sit comfortably. Closing your eyes. And then taking a deep inhale. Grounding yourself. So connection to the earth, feeling the length in your spine. And then our pranayama today is Kumbhaka, breath retention. So you're going to inhale to the count of 4, hold the breath to the count of 3, and then exhale to the count of 6. And you can change that ratio if it feels uncomfortable. But when the breath is held, still trying to relax your shoulders. And then at the bottom of the next exhalation, lowering your head and blinking your eyes open. And then you're going to bring your arms into eagle. So sitting as you are, bring the arms wide. Reach through fingertips and then crossing the right arm over the left. Bend at the elbows. If you can, you'll press the palms together. Then lift the elbows up to shoulder height and squeeze, feel the shoulder blades spread and draw your chin down. So feel that stretch moving down the spine. And then exhale, head up, lift the arms again, and this time you're going to cross left over right. Oh. Draw your chin down. And then exhale, release. And then we're going to bring the left arm across in front of you and just drawing the arm around. So try not to twist, but feeling the length in the shoulder blade or the movement of the shoulder blade stretch, almost resisting. So if you were to let go, the arm would swing round. So you're pressing both arms into each other. And then release. Other side. And then release. Then bring the left fingertips to touch your shoulder. Sit nice and tall. You're trying to keep try not to duck the head forward. So you're keeping the back of your head in line with your spine, and then trying to draw the elbow up, draw it behind you without trying to lead with the chin, if you can. Stretching through the tricep, the back of the upper arm, and then exhale, release. Other side. And then release. Okay, then we're going to reach your right hand down or fingertips down. You can soften the elbow. You want to keep your shoulders in line, so we're not going to dip forward. So shoulders in line with hips, sweep the opposite arm up. So left arm up and lean over. So you want to try and ground the hips so you feel that's lengthening out of the left hip. And then back up, and then the other side, lift up, lean over, side stretch. So warming up all the way around the spine, go back to the other side. And once more to the left. And then inhale, come back up, come onto your hands and knees. And we're going to come into puppy pose. So walk your knees back a little, tuck your toes, tailbone turns up, and you want to walk your hands forward. But instead of doing what we normally do, which is to draw the armpits down and bring the forehead down, we're actually going to grip the front of the mat. And you're almost pushing away as you grip. And then we're not going to bring the head down. We're going to try and bring the chest down. So it might not get anywhere near, but what you want to do is try and keep that action of the tailbone going up, push the hands away, and trying to soften between the shoulder blades to bring the chest down. So it might not reach, it probably won't reach, but you want to keep the head lifted and feel that sensation of getting really long in the front body and letting the shoulder blades draw together and go soft between the shoulder blades. It's quite intense. If it's too sore in the back of the neck, you can just let the head come down, but we're trying to work through the ribs almost. Use your breath, and then inhale, come back up to tabletop. And then the think and punch. So you're going to keep the arms straight, draw the navel in. So hips are neutral, we're not tilting the pelvis at all. And draw the shoulder blades together as you sink your chest down. And then punching up, straight arms, spread the shoulder blades. And you want to lift through the back of the head again so that we're not just letting the head dangle. And again, sink, hips are neutral, arms straight, and punching up. And once more, sinking down and punching up, and then come to sit back on your heels. So when we're back bending, there's a lot of that coordination of once so essentially we're working towards wheel pose, which is the hands will be beside your ears. So we've used before the blocks against the wall to help with the angle of the hands. And then you lift your hips into bridge, push yourself to the top of the head, or you can go, sometimes it's easier to do it in one push. But when you don't have the arm strength, it's difficult. And once the hands disappear out of view, it's hard to coordinate, push, pull, what's going on here. So we're warming up the shoulder blades. We're trying to get as much help as we can. You need to warm the core and the thighs up. And then we're going to have a go using the chair, different ways. So you can feel the back bend before we try different variations using the chair. So you can always, if you don't want to go up. So like Vicky, have you got wrist problems today? Okay. Oh, okay. So might not be so good today to do this, but you can do part of it, but maybe not go into wheel, because it is a strong flexion on the wrist. So okay, so coming forward, a little bit of core warm up. So you can have toes tucked or feet flat on the floor, whichever is better for your knees, but you want to feel that almost punching up between the shoulders. So not overly, but just spread the shoulder blades a little, so we're stabilizing the shoulders, and then lift through the back of the head. So your gaze is down, but the neck is long, and you're going to take the right leg back and pause. So you can point or flex the toe, but as long as you've got that internal rotation, so the pelvis is level, and we're going to hold the leg there a moment. So warming up the hip flexors. And then you're going to curl knee to nose. So now you can round through the upper back, push the floor away, curling in, and then exhale, take the leg straight again. And taking an extra breath here, so we're not rushing. And then again, curling in. And then exhale, reach. And I almost do like, we call it the yogi floint. So it's not a flex or a point. It's like pushing through the ball of your foot. So you feel almost the hamstrings and the quad at the same time, but whichever you want, just as long as the muscles are engaged. And then curling in and extending back. And then come back to tabletop. And then the other side. So you're going to take the left foot back, that internal rotation, so the hips are level. By the way, you touching your chair, you can move your mat forward if it's the chair's in the way. And then curl knee to nose. And then extend. And then again, curling in. And extend. You could almost bring your forearms onto here and just, rather than, I don't want to, this way, actually, where's your towel here? Yeah, so you can still use your core, but you're not using your wrist. Do you want to? And then come back to tabletop. And then tuck toes under, sit back through your heels. So stretching the feet, little stretch across the front of the knees. So you can, if it's too intense to sit down through your heels, you can bring your weight forward a little. And then release your feet. We're going to come down onto our tummies, sphinx. So here, making sure you almost want to physically feel that turning in, internal rotation of the thighs, so the pelvis is spread, so rather than the knees and toes pointing out. So really strong through the legs, tops of the feet pressed down. Push the floor away with the elbows, draw the chest forward. And then we're going to do what's called a sphinx roll up. So this is your deep core muscles. So you almost want to, I'll show you. As you're trying to stay with your knees on the ground, but you're trying to roll up. See from there, but so it's like keep your Sphinx action through the arms, legs are really strong, and then I'm going to press my tailbone down and try and lift my thighs. So you'll feel it almost under your ribs, like deep core muscles. You're trying to suck your tummy button in and lift the hips up as you tuck the tailbone down, and then reverse that, lower the hips down and draw the chest forward into Sphinx. So it's the deep core, again, tuck, so pressing the tailbone down, trying to lift the thighs up, and then reversing that. Does anyone not know what I mean? You're all right with that? And again, keep going. So these are like little drills, which is a bit boring, but it's to feel, get right into the deep core, and then we lengthen it, but keeping the legs strong. Last one, curling up, and then exhale, Sphinx. And then we're going to do locust, lying down. So you can keep the legs slightly apart this time. You don't have to bring the inside edge of the feet together, but feel that internal rotation of the thighs, and then just reach the hands back with the palms facing up. Your gaze is down, and then inhale, lift arms and legs and reach the toes and hands away from you. Gaze is down. And then exhale, release, turn one cheek to the mat. Relax the arms down. And then again, inhale, engage the thighs, the arms lift. So you're not lifting overly high. It could be a couple of inches, but just really feeling that tone all the way through the back body. And then exhale, turn the opposite cheek to the mat. Okay, and then tuck your toes, bring your palms down, come up into downward dog. And then from down dog, you're going to lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. And if you're too close to your chair, you can bring your mat forward, if so you're not kicking it. But so straighten that back leg, the lifted leg, and then you're going to curl knee to nose into. So if this is too much in down dog, do this again from tabletop. Now, right knee, left elbow. Take the leg back up. And then right knee, right elbow. Take the leg back, three-legged dog, and then down dog. And then the other side. It's the same thing. You could just lean on the chair if it helps. So it's going to be left leg lifts, curl knee to nose, lifting back up to three-legged dog. So you might all be ahead of me. So you're going to go left knee, right elbow, and then left knee, left elbow. Down dog. And then come into child's pose for a moment. You right? Oh. Okay, and then come up into down dog. We can do the down dog ripple. So from down dog, come up on your toes, bend your knees, lift your hips as high as you can, and then drawing yourself forward into high plank. Head comes up, and then lift your hips, drawing yourself back to down dog, tailbone goes up. So a couple more times there. Feeling the core, so we're really trying to activate core muscles. And last one. Okay. And then exhale into down dog, and then walk your hands back towards your feet. Ragdoll. Okay. And slowly coming up to stand. Okay. Walk to the front of the mat. We're going to do our sun salutes with the added back bend variations. So we're going to do 2 rounds of sun salute A. Standing in mountain, inhale, bring your arms up, reach up, and draw the ribs back almost, really engage the core, and then exhale, fold. You can bend your knees, relax the head, but use your core, draw the navel in. Inhale, halfway lift, extend, look up, tailbone up, and then exhale, palms down, step back to high plank. And here you can drop your knees if you need to, lowering to the mat. Slide your forearms forward for Sphinx. Inhale, we're going to take a couple of breaths in Sphinx. And then exhale, set up for Locust, the one we did just now, palms facing up, feet parallel. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, set up for Cobra, hands beside ribs, tops of the feet pressed down. Push through the palms, but you really use your thighs to be strong. Press the hips down and then draw your chest forward. Exhale, lowering down, tuck your toes, come up to down dog. So Vicky, you can miss out down dog and come straight forward to halfway lift. And then inhale, up on your toes, bend your knees deeply, look forward, step forward to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Reach and exhale. Hands to heart, standing mountain. So one more of those. Inhale, reach your hands up. Reach, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend your knees, palms down. Exhale, step back to high lunge. And then lowering to the mat. To Sphinx. Slide those elbows forward so they're under your shoulders. Take an extra breath here, get nice and long. That's it, elbows forward. And then exhale, set up for Locust. Arms down by your side with the palms facing up. And then inhale, lift into Locust. And exhale, set up for Cobra, hands beside ribs. Inhale, lift. So everybody come back down again and see if your hands are beside your ribs or under your shoulders. So you want them to draw right down beside your ribs. Perfect. And then curl up. So hips down and draw your chest forward and up and hug those elbows in. Perfect. And then exhale, tuck your toes, come up into down dog and take 3 breaths. And then on an inhale, step forward to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Then inhale all the way up, reach up, palms to touch. Exhale to standing mountain. Okay, so we're going to do, in a minute, we're going to do sun salute B, but we're going to now use the chairs. So you want to have your towel. So I've got spare. So does anybody not have a towel? And you're going to just put it over the, so your chair is going to be right back against the wall. And then you're going to, I'm going to show you, I'll take this one. I'm going to try and show you. Do it this way around. So we're going to come to sit, and that, actually, no, it's easier for me. So you're going to come down beside the chair, and you want to take the back of the chair. You're going to lower yourself so your shoulder blades are just on the seat of the chair. And then you're going, actually, eat my block. It's actually more comfortable to just have the block on the back to rest your head on. Otherwise, you've got to hold your head up, which feels uncomfortable. So watch me first before you do it. So this is just to feel the curve in your spine. So I'm going to come back, bottom of the shoulder blades on the edge of the chair. And it's kind of like bridge pose. So you're going to rest your head on the block and then hold the chair. And you want to make sure you're pushing away. So you're pushing it into the wall. And then you're going to lift the hips slightly, engage your thighs. So feel that upward press. But then we're just going to let the hips drop. So you might want to wiggle down a little and then keep holding it. Elbows will be bent. And you're just going to drop the hips. So this is like the puppy pose we were doing when we were holding onto the front of the mat. You want to feel that sensation of trying to lift the chest and let the tailbone turn in the opposite direction. So does everyone understand what I'm saying? If you didn't see, well, let's give it a go because I'll come round and show you. But essentially, you're going to, so move to where you can see me if you weren't sure. So I'm going to hold on and then slide down so my shoulder blades are near the edge, rest my head, hold on to the back. You're kind of pushing away a little to push into the back of the chair, and then I'm going to drop my hips. So that is back bending. You'll feel lengthening here. Just trying to release through the front body, because when you're lifting up, you need to be able to let the front body lengthen. So you're trying to sink your hips. That's it. So now lower the hips. You're just trying to sit down. Sit. So it might feel strong through the back.
Yeah.
You feel it?
Yeah.
And then if you want to come out of it, you just come into bridge. So you push your hips up, move your hands slightly forward, and then just slowly lower yourself, wiggle yourself down to the mat. Yep, you're right, Caroline.
So
hips. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, now you're going to drop your hips down. Got you here, so you're not going to slide off. Okay. So hips. Oh. Too hard on your shoulder. No. Oh, okay. Drop pushing. Okay. So drop. We're not going any. You're just holding on with your arms. Okay. But if that doesn't, it's about the hip. You want to feel. You can drop this down. Okay. Tailbone down. Okay, and then now let your hips go all the way down. Just bend in the middle. And we're coming off it. You right? Yep. Half the thing is getting out. Okay. So we're trying to, did you have a go? So you're trying to drop, you're bending backwards, so drop your hips. You're a bit too low.
I know, it's really uncomfortable.
Bending it. It's to feel the sense that it is weird. Back bending is weird. So I'm going to hold you here. You're going to try and sink your hips.
Right.
And that might be enough.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can slowly wiggle yourself off. So you're going to have to bring your hips down. Yeah, I've got you. Okay. Okay, feel it? Yeah, that's perfect. Do you know how to get, yes. Yes, so you feel like an opening in the front. Yes, exactly. Might be a little bit low. Yeah. You're not actually doing, you're just trying to get the sensation of that happening, because that's, you might have wanted your shoulders a bit more on the thing, but you're good as long as you're not in pain. And you're right to now come out of it. So coming out of it, you're going to lower your hips and just slide yourself off the chair. Okay. You all right here?
I think so.
I'm going to hold at the back of it as you want to. So now you're just going to sink your hips and sit down almost and slide. I'm holding the back of the chair. There we go, and come off. Okay, if you're ready to come off. Okay, and then we're going to come and stand at the front of the mat and do sun salute B. So in sun salute B, we're going to do, in our warrior pose, we're then going to do humble warrior. So when we come up into warrior, we're then going to go to humble warrior, but we're not going to dip all the way down. We're just going to reach. So we're not completely letting the head go. We're reaching back. So shoulders, shoulder blades squeeze together, but like that beach ball, you're not actually touching hands, you're just squeezing the upper arms, feeling lengthening here, and then coming up. Okay, so actually, so another one has that. Oh yeah, chair twist. Okay, so from the front of the mat, we're going to add a little twist in as we're from chair pose. So inhale to chair pose. You want your neutral spine, so we're not tipping out or tucking under. And then staying sitting down, you're going to bring the palms together at your heart center. And then you're going to turn to the right. And it doesn't matter if we're not touching the elbow down, just that twist from the navel, come back to center, other side. Come back to center, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, step back to high plank and chaturanga. So if you want to drop the knees or not, you need to tip forward, so elbows are over wrists, and lower yourself to the mat. We're just going to do our normal cobra. Inhale to cobra, hands beside ribs. And then exhale to down dog. And then inhale, the right leg lifts, and then bring the right foot between your hands for warrior one. Drop the left heel down. The right foot is to the right half of the mat. So right foot over to the right, left heel more to the left, and then turning to the front, sink your hips. So strong through that back heel. Draw in through your core, lift your arms up, palms to touch, James Bond. And then we're going to release the arms, come into humble warrior. So legs stay the same, keep driving through the back heel. Bring your arms, sweep them behind you and lean forward, but we're not dipping. Keep the head raised. And then exhale, palms down, step back to high plank. And again, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. And exhale to down dog. Other side, left leg lifts, bring the left foot to the left side of the mat. Drop the right heel down for warrior one. Sit. Draw the arms up. So you'll feel here like the ribs might want to pop. So you want to draw the ribs back. reach up and then lift chest, look up, and then humble warrior. And then last chaturanga. So you can just step forward if you had enough of the chaturangas, but otherwise you're lowering to the mat. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to down dog. And take 3 breaths here. And then you're going to step forward to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale to chair pose and pause. You're sitting back, take the hips back slightly. And then squeeze the thighs to stand. Exhale to mountain. Okay, we're going to have another go. So this time we're going to use, it might be easier. Just because normally I'd get you on, anyway, help you, but I'm not going to do that today because of my back. So we're going to do something slightly different, which actually means we don't need the chair. So let's sit down now, Lisa. Would you like to come onto my mat? So essentially my ankles are going to be the chair behind you. So I'm going to stand here and your head is going to be here on your back. Okay. And so you're going to do this for each other, taking it in turn. So, and before you lift into bridge, you've got to try and push me off the mat. Push. Oh, she's going to wait. Like that? Yeah, exactly like that. Chest towards me. And then lowering yourself down. Tuck your chin, tuck your chin. Ooh. Oh dear. Oh. So perfect, Lisa, thank you. So, but equally, you don't have to push straight up. But the main thing is that it's trying to push your partner away, because it's the push that helps you engage all the way up through the front body. And then with your legs, you do bridge. So you lift your hips and you're pushing. Because when your hands are here, it's really hard to push when you don't have that sort of strength. So having someone behind you, and also if you're struggling to get up, the person behind you can brace themselves. So you're holding onto their ankles. They're going to squat, but using their core, thighs strong, and just reach their hands under your shoulder blades and help you come up. Okay, so you don't have to come up. You can just come onto your head. It is easier to do easier, but well, probably when you slow it down and you take a breath, come to the top of your head, and then take another breath and come up, that you need more power in your arms, whereas momentum is more helpful. So it's up to you, but if you only want to come to your head, yeah. So you're going to miss, yeah. Yes, lovely. Okay, or even butterfly legs against the wall or something like, yes, sorry. Okay. So, yeah, but you need to push. So don't come up unless Belen thinks she's going to step off the back of the mat. You really need to be push, and you'll say, not enough, push more. Oh, look. And then you can help her just gently to expand a little, chest towards, push through your feet. That's it, strong legs, well done. Do you want to come down? Tuck your chin, down you go. Well done. How did that feel? Yeah.
Easier than the other one the other day.
Yes. So, yeah, so bend your knees a little because you don't want to hurt you. So don't come up until Caroline says that you're pushing enough. She needs to push so hard that you feel how hard she's pushing, because otherwise you haven't engaged your core. Okay, push. Now bend. Oh, you, and push into your ankle. Push your legs. Oh, tuck your chin. Come down. Something didn't engage there. Hold on. And release. I'm gonna. So yeah. So rather than gripping, you want to push.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's like you're trying to push away rather than just gripping
I was
hold.
gripping really hard, wasn't I? So
Yeah.
you grip my- Oh,
Yeah. So this time it's like push away, like push me into the wall.
that is
And
awesome.
and think of the lessons that we've done. So thighs need to be strong. So when you come up into bridge, you're engaging your core, you're lifting your hips as high as you can, dig your heels in. So, and I'll help you with the upper body bit. But you just need to engage the arms. You don't necessarily have to try and.
Okay. Right.
So
So
okay,
should I hold
let me come a bit closer. So push away. You really want to push, but not push. That's it. And then inhale. Oh no.
I can't get that coordination right. What you
Yes. No. That's why.
It's important to get that.
Yeah. We're gonna try.
So right, I'm pushing.
Push towards the wall.
And
Yeah.
then
And then you're going to lift into bridge. But you're going to do it on an exhale. So inhale, push. Exhale. Oh, straighten your arms. Oh no.
I can't.
Okay.
No, I can't do that. It's too weak. My own.
It's I know where it is. It's like it's the
Yeah.
straightening the elbows almost.
Yeah.
But forget the push. So okay.
Sorry?
You don't want to have a go?
Oh,
Okay, you don't want to try? No, okay, that's fine. Okay, have you had a go? Okay, yeah, would you mind? Thank you. Okay, let's try again. So remember the lessons that we've had. It's strong, so you're going to come into bridge. So you want to push your hips up strong through the thighs.
right.
Not,
Okay.
yeah, come, yeah, little bit more. Hold on, no, wait. Put your bottom down. Just, yeah, come this. Well, you
Too close to you?
just. No, I think because she needs to, yeah, because she's going to need to lift her chest and push her arms away from her a little. So don't forget, you're going to dig your heels in and lift your hips. You're going to bend your knees, brace yourself. And now, is she pushing? Are you pushing? Push away, harder. And then when you're ready, when you feel it's enough, bend down and take your hands under her shoulder blades. Use your core.
Oh,
Push.
wow.
Push. No, leave your hands where they were. Down. Hands down. Okay, lower her down. Tuck your chin. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't think I could have lifted myself up.
So
Yeah.
I think it's the coordination, which is why we're trying different ways to feel your hands behind your head. So it's exactly, Kieran did exactly the same as Cam, that you lost control of your arms because you weren't sure what was happening. So that's why it's to feel that you push so hard that this person's like, oh, geez, I've got to stand up. And then you lift up, but you want to extend as well. It's like the chest thing. So it's difficult. Yeah. But this is yeah. But well done, Kieran. Did you?
Past that.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, I don't like the feeling in my shoulders. Feels like they're going to dislocate.
Yeah. So I mean, this is the thing. We don't need to do this. So it's not. It's more
I quite like it.
that when you feel that,
Yeah.
that's where we're going for. But what's happening in most of us is this,
Yes.
and then that feel, because the front of your shoulder wants to roll forward while you're pushing your hands back.
Yeah.
So it's
That's exactly what's happening. I can feel my shoulders like
rolling forward.
Yeah.
So it's this
opening up.
push.
You're making that sound easier now.
No, I
I don't know if
can't
I
do it.
can.
Do you want to have a little go?
No,
Come, but you want to be a little bit further away from feet, so they can feel more of the action of the push, because when otherwise it's too easy to have the elbows bent. I'm going to come to this. Actually, I'm going to come. Yes. No, a bit further away. I think give your arms a bit more space. So, but you want to engage your legs, dig your heels in, core up in the strongest bridge you've got, and on an exhale, push, come to the top of your head. Push her. Yeah, push. There. Use your legs. Push with your legs. And then tuck your chin.
Yeah, it doesn't feel so weird that way. I think you're right.
Because you're trying to roll the shoulders forward. But you had your armpits beautifully open there.
Actually have much more room.
Yes. Yeah. Well done. Okay. No, it's the, we're just not used to doing that. So that's why, because your shoulders are like this, and then you're trying to push.
Yeah, I think I do get a lot of tightness here where this is not loose enough.
Yeah. Okay. So well done, everyone. Back to your mats. So, one other thing I was going to do. No, I think we'll cool it down. It's so come to lie back on your mat with your knees bent. And actually, if you take your block between your knees, and then we're going to do a flowing bridge. So the block between the knees, heels under your knees, arms by your side with the palms facing down. And then inhale, squeeze your bottom, lift your hips, press up, and then lift your arms up overhead. And then exhale, slowly lowering the hips down, arms come back down by your side. Keep moving with your breath. So we're trying to feel that rock of the pelvis gently, because we've put it through a bit of different angles. Okay, and then lowering your hips down, remove the block. Hug your knees into your chest. Little rock there. And then you're going to come into Gomukhasana legs. So that means, so release your knees. You're going to lift your legs up and you're going to cross at the knees. And the feet come out to the side a little. You're going to draw your knees in. So take hold of your shins. If you can bend your legs and then lift the feet up. Rest the head down. If your head is dangling a bit in the air, you can rest your head on the block. This is for outer hips. So you don't have to hold the feet. You can just hold the shins, but you're trying to draw the thighs, the shins apart. So you feel the outer hips. Yeah. Okay, and then release, lift the legs up again. And then the other way, so cross the opposite. You got cramp. Oh. Can I help? Okay. and then uncross. And then you're going to bring your feet onto the mat and come into butterfly. Actually, you will, yeah, into butterfly. But so soles of the feet together, let the knees fold out a little. But you want to tuck your tailbone a little, so you draw your tailbone towards your heel slightly. So we're not overarching through the lower back. Okay, and then bring your knees together. And you're going to roll onto, so curling onto your right side. You want to have your towel roll or your block under your head. So that, and you're going to reach your right arm out at shoulder height with the palm facing up. So this is open book. So stacking knees and ankles, you're going to slide the palms together. And then inhale, lift the left arm up. Your gaze follows the thumb and turning over to look at your left hand as you try and ground the shoulder or the hand. It doesn't have to touch, it's just feeling an opening through the chest. And then on an inhale, coming all the way back over. So keep moving with the breath. Okay, and then you're going to roll onto the other side. Same thing. And then we're going to come into Shavasana relaxation. So if you want to put your warm things on,